Hey there, have you ever found a lonely stray cat sitting in a box in the middle of the rain? Have you ever been tempted to take them home? If so, this game might not be for you, because it's titled, Do Not Take This Cat Home. Obviously, this should be about this cat right here. This poor, golden-eyed little cat, looking all adorable and innocent. However, it would appear as though we are not supposed to take them home, so that's definitely what we're going to be doing. Or are we? You're not having a great day as usual. Okay, okay. Good start. Alright, this is us. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? Man, what a start to our day. You turn to head home when... What's that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that, and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. What could be making this sound? I can only wonder. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. What was that? Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box. What could it be, guys? What could it be? And it's a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Hello there. You're quite adorable. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Aww. There he goes. So cute! And it definitely knows it. I mean, look at him. He's adorable. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. This isn't true, by the way. I love cats. If I saw this cat in the middle of a cardboard box out in the rain, I would take him home immediately. You knew I'd be carrying that box all the way home. But if they're all like this one, you don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? ... The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Alright. First decision here. Do we not take the cat home? Or do we take the cat home? Screw it. We're taking the cat home. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Aw. You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Aww. What a softie. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Meow. Yeah, that would make sense. That's probably what I'd do too, honestly. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. Dang, forever alone. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. Alright, looks like we got a new best friend! Woo! After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. Alright. Man and cat adventures. You take the can of cat food and open it with the tap on top. Ta-da! Sardines! Or I think that's a sardine. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. Come here, kitty. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food.
What the Sigma?
And completely ignores it. Typical cat behavior. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. Man, what a freeloader. Took you home, got you some food, and this is how you repay me? It's just a cat after all, though. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr, and you smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Ooh, this sounds Ooh, this sounds like the start of a great sandwich, honestly. Ooh. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Hee hee. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just a... You watch as the cat starts to... Oh. Lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. What are you doing, kitty? That's not safe. Nor is it hygienic. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. Ew. The cat sits back, staring at you. ... You feel a little uneasy. Ugh. Got quite the freaky cat here. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. I don't know. Right? I've seen cats do weirder. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. That reminds me. I remember I took a cat in while it was storming outside. It was really loud. It was what appeared to be a stray gray cat. A gray stray cat. And I remember I took it inside because it was just hanging out on our porch one day. I remember I basically got it into a box, carried him inside just like this kind of. And basically he just crashed the whole night. We got to feed him some food, and he got to wander around my apartment for a while. Unfortunately, he was not as well behaved when we tried to put him in a different cage. At least for the night, before we let him go. But yeah, it's not easy taking care of stray cats, especially not on the first day. You're going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not? It's just a cat. Just a cat. A cat that likes to lick your blood. Nothing wrong with that. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. Oh god, is this cat gonna eat us? You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner. Untouched. Ooh. Got a feisty cat here. Ugh, come on. Enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. And you feel bad immediately before you can do anything. The cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. That'd be horrible. Don't do that. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up... Oh. Hey. Who turned out the lights? The lights just... went out? Uh-oh. Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. Silly me, I must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with their usual routine. So you grab a flashlight and turn it on. There we go, got some light going. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Oh. The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. And it's going completely haywire. Yeah, it is. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. Alright, now am I going crazy? Or do I see a word popping up there in the clock there? It's either kill or hell. I don't like either of those options, so let's keep going. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. Oop. But as soon as a thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large. Oh. The flashlight flickers. Oh crap. And the cat is gone. Damn. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How's the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. Ooh. Why is everything so dark and scary all of a sudden? I thought we were home. But waiting. Waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Yeah. I didn't like that. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. now that you could even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Ooh. Uh-oh. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. Did we get bit? You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. The knife! Oh no. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of who, how, when, what in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. Drink break. What is going on here? It's your kitchen knife. And still tinted red from your earlier blunder? But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. Hold on, let me try it. Gulp. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on. Instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. Oh, there he is. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. Hello. That wasn't you that stabbed me in the foot, was it? I hope not. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as a cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. Oh, there he goes, going to town on my blood, and bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ugh. Ooh, excuse me. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife. Once again, completely clean. Hey, he's just trying to help. He's helping you keep your knives clean. What a responsible and... I don't even know. What a responsible and gentleman... Alright, let me retake that. The incomprehensible sight of the stray taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife. Once again, completely clean. Well, let's look at it this way. He's being responsible, keeping your knives clean. What a helpful little kitty here. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Oh, you heard that. Golden eyes slid up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it's just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. Later! You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Gotta keep running, man. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all around you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Even then, you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? So we can either keep running to our cat, or we could look behind us and see what's chasing us. Well, I've seen enough horror movies to know that you never look behind you if something big and scary might be behind. So I'll choose to keep running. Goodbye. ... Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Who is this? Ending 0. It begins. And we're back. What just happened here? Let's see. Let's look at endings. There it is. Endings found. 1 out of 40. There's 40 endings to this game? Ending 0. It begins. Complete. Something happened. You think, anyway. You can't really remember what. So that's ending 0. I guess technically ending 1. Well, that was weird. Let's go ahead and continue. See what else we could find. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. Oh? What's this? What's going on here? The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? What's going on here? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around? Is this where we left off? Are we back, guys? Chat, are we back? You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Who was that? Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. This sounds familiar. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the valley, or alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box. Oh, is he back? Hey, it's a cat! Huh, guess that should have been obvious. Hello there. I think you tried to kill me. Or did you? Did you? Answer me, cat. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Are we gonna say how cute it is? Perchance? Yes, yes, meow. So... Huh? You look so... familiar. Right? What was that? Were we recalling something there? Because I feel like we just did this, no? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently. True. That is very true. I feel like most cats I see in the alleys or out on the streets are always so mean. Probably because they have to be in defense mode and all, but I swear the moment I get even like an inch close to a cat, it's like it senses that I want to get closer to it, and it either runs away or just hisses at me too. Cats can be mean sometimes. Cats can be mean sometimes, honestly. Waiting for you to do something. Do we take the cat home? Do not take the cat home? Take the cat home? I say we take the cat home. How can we say no to that adorable face? I know I can't. Meow. Aw, he looks sad. Well, why not? Right? Well, what could possibly go wrong from this? You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. I don't know. He seems pretty happy this time to come with us. Are we making the right choice? I have no idea. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? Oh well, guys, let's find out what happens this time. On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. What was that? You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. Alright, take 2. Letting the cat inside our apartment. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. But it simply sits up and looks up at you expectantly. Do something alone, or do something with the cat? How about we play with this cat, see what happens. Like what? I don't think we should clean the cat just yet, even though he might be infested with ticks, fleas, and whatever. I just know that cleaning cats all on your own never goes well. So we could pet the cat, feed the cat, or play with the cat. Well, if I also remember right, feeding this cat did not go well either, and we didn't get any food. So how about we just pet the cat? It's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. Well, the cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing. You just want some attention, don't you? Aww. Aww. How adorable. Hehe. Alright, alright. You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind the ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. Classic petting technique. This cat is satisfied. Heh, good? You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. Wow, this cat's so adorable, especially when you're not trying to eat me. Or stab me in the foot with a knife. Maybe he's a good cat, guys, come on. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Uh-oh. I don't like that look. That means we're supposed to stop petting and do something else. How about we play with the cat? Poor thing was probably bored stiff, sitting in that old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walking by them, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Hahaha. Hopefully not. Aw, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? I think he said yes. Okay then. What to play though? Let's see. How about we look for some yarn? Cats love yarn, right? If every movie and cartoon involving cats that you've watched since childhood is to be believed, then you can deduce with almost absolute certainty that cats freaking love yarn. Probably. What do you say, cat? Are you yarn-pilled? Are you into that yarn core? You unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. You consider just handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat and supervising from the side. But that would defeat the idea of playing together, wouldn't it? You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. The cat is resting on the floor. Why is he giving us a side eye like that? He's like, you're not really gonna try to play with me with some yarn, are you? Bro is not impressed. It's not asleep, but when it looks up at you... It's not asleep, but when it looks up at... Oh my gosh. It's not asleep, but when it looks up as you enter the living room, you feel like it could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. You smirk a little, confident with your surprise, and let the piece of yarn dangle just above the floor, pinched between your thumb and index finger. The cat is activated. I think he likes what he sees. The sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture is barely changed at all. Just a subtle shift of the head and ears, a slight tension in the shoulders, a sharpness in the gaze that locks onto the yarn dangling an inch above the floor. The cat could still pass as being almost relaxed, calm. Oh. And yet the air is thick with its eagerness to lunge forward. Oh. Waiting for the right moment to strike. Where are your pupils? Why are your eyes like that? You feel like you've just witnessed the awakening of the perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. Where are your pupils at, bro? Where are them peepers? But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. And... Yoink! The cat had lunged the instant you wiggled the yarn. But you're faster. It completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil out of its reach like a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing in its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around as if shocked at its failed attack. You generously click your tongue to help reorient it. The cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of its stare on the yarn. But you persist. You wiggle the yarn again, encouragingly. And yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time, the cat anticipates the yarn's upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it. But you're already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of reach once more. Ooh, he's getting frustrated. Come on, you can do it. It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason, it feels a little good knocking the feline down a peg or two. At least, it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope, anyway. You keep going. Oh, too slow. The cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. Gotta be quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that. You must be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye the last time, and it jumped so high and erratically. You've been keeping the yard in constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy, though. It's like, it's getting faster and faster. Ouch. Flick. 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 NHH. Your wrist finally cramps sharply, making you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it brushes slightly against your stomach. Oh. Uh-oh. Pain rips low across your torso. Into your torso. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. What's going on here? Blood pours out of your mouth. In a daze, you look down and see blood blooming slowly along the bottom of your shirt, around the tears in the fabric. Uh-oh. I think we messed up, guys. You watch as long, thick ropes of something pour out from under your shirt into a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. Are those our intestines? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. A single red streaked rope still hangs from you, connecting you to all that mess. Are those your... You crumble to the ground and topple over onto your side. Your vision has gone blurry, but... Oh... You can just make out the shape of something small and a deep, inky black as it walks over and inspects your... Oh god. They're your intestines. Before it starts to giddily roll around in the mass of your bloody insides next to you? Is he enjoying this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn has gone, but there is really no need to worry about it. The cat seems content with the next best thing. Oh god. Ending 11 at the end of your rope. So he's just gonna play with our intestines like some yarn? That is quite grotesque, if I do say so myself. Alright, so that was ending 11. At the end of your rope, complete. What cat doesn't love playing with some yarn? Yeah. Definitely just a friendly interaction with a cat and some yarn. This is not my normal cat in our normal home. Maybe we should have listened to the game. Left the cat alone. You know, I'm kind of curious now. What would happen if we don't take the cat home? How about we find out? Let's see what happens if we don't take the cat home. Let's see if that changes anything. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Oh, that was kind of dramatic. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could take care of a cat for a long term, right? There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. I'm sorry, but I know you're not just a normal cat now. Better stay in that box. Oh. You can leave the cat, feed the cat, play with the cat on second thought. Question marks? What could that be? What do we do here? So it's kind of like when we took it home the second time, but now we have the options here. Oop, you are not ready. Guess we're not. Let's see what we can do here. Can we feed the cat? The cat must be hungry, right? You can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's so attached to the box it's in. Though, it doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then, right? For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case. And not to think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing that you've left behind a hungry cat. Especially when you could have done something to help. So, what to do about the hungry kitty? How about we look around the area? You glance around the dark, dingy alley, and only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered littered here and there. If there were something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. ... Oh. What was that? You just barely make out the sound of faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin, and... you lunge! Crash. Are we catching a mouse? That's crazy. You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumbled and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasp it in your hand. No! It's a small mouse. Oh no, don't kill mouse. Don't kill the cute little mouse. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. No, not him. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. The poor thing. Are we gonna feed it to the cat? It's completely at your mercy. Aww. What should we do, guys? What to do? Oh, what to do? Honestly, if this were me, I know I just took the time to catch this mouse, but I could never. I feel so bad. I'll spare the mouse. I'm sorry, cat. Are you sure? I guess it's for the best. You know, rat populations getting a bit out of hand. Brr. I guess it's for the best. Rat pop. Ugh. I guess it's for the best. I guess the rat population is a little out of hand. And this guy is pretty hungry. I guess we can feed the mouse to the cat. The mouse looks scared, as if it can sense your intentions. Oh, look at him. He's so sad. He's so scared. No. It weakly starts to struggle again. Oh, look at him. He's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. The mouse is reluctant. Oh. Oh my god. The text is red now. Even he's a little scared. Surely we can feed the cat something else, right? How about we spare it? You can hear the cat's stomach growling. Oh my god, it must be so hungry. It must be starving. How about we quick save here and see what happens when we feed him the mouse. I'm sorry, little one. It's the circle of life. You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ugh. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals pierce through you until you're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mews happily at you, red tinting its fangs. Oof. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home after all. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to just go home. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, we're going home. Home sweet home. Finally enter your apartment. You head straight for your room. And collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Nope. Uh-oh. To squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. So loud and constant, they sound like screams in the darkness of your room. Uh-oh. You see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. Guys, it's not what it's Guys, it's not what it looks like, I swear. The cat made me do it. You understand, right? You try to run. Oop. Ah! But you cry out as twin lances of pain race up your legs. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape, the hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. No, leave me alone. Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. Oh. The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin. Oh no, gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Ouch! Your arm heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it with the little claws and tiny teeth. You manage to jostle the knob just enough for the door to slowly swing open. Plop. Ooh. There goes our arm, but your outstretched arm suddenly falls to the ground, lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As a few mice creep toward to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar-looking mouse? It stares at you. The darkness in its beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depths. Oop. Hello there. Ooh, it is not happy, nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it. Aimed at you. You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. What, was that mouse your father or something? Jeez, you're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be indescribable. And yet, you just feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. All because I just wanted to feed one cat. You weakly cough up blood. They must have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you. And in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out your vision, you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Weirdly shaped, red with your blood and pulsing. Oh, that's your heart, isn't it? Oh, that's not. The other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel anger? Yes. So much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering in from the darkness beyond the doorway. He's back! The cat! You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength. When something with soft, slightly damp, and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek. It's the cat. Good kitty. Ending 27. Well fed. A lot happened there. That was ending 27. Cats are supposed to eat mice. Huh. Wonder what mice are supposed to eat. You, I guess. As long as you feed it to a cat. Quick save, there we go. I think it was this one here. How about we do one more, where we can see what would happen if we spared the mouse? Sorry, little one. But I want to see what happens if we actually have mercy and spare this mess. Oh. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You caught prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than the cat's? I'm sorry, but he doesn't want to be eaten. I can tell. I'm sorry. Oh. What happened? You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. Oh my gosh, his eyes are so big now. I think we've angered the cat. Well, we already know what happens when we feed him the mouse. Spare the mouse. Ooh, I don't know if I like this. Mouse, you better run for your life. I don't think he's gonna let him go. You let the mouse go. It scurries away, squeezing into a tiny hole in the wall. But you don't pay it much mind. You don't flinch as a giant clawed paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path to the alley's entrance. Not that you had any delusions about escaping. The cat is hungry after all. Uh-oh. Are we the prey now? You close your eyes in acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back. And back. And chomp. Chomp? Ending 26. A life spared. Well, I guess that's what we get. We save the mouse, but in the end, we are the food. So that was 26. We also have 27 still. You decide not to feed the poor, hungry cat. A helpless mouse. Meanie. Well, at least he got to eat something, right? Alright, so that was 3 endings of Do Not Take This Cat Home. So what did we learn today? 1, that if we keep running, we get a neutral ending? What else did we learn? If we play with a cat with a ball of yarn, maybe don't dangle it so close to your bodily organs. If the cat is hungry, please feed it whatever you can. And lastly, if you do feed the cat, I guess expect the prey that you fed it, whatever it was, to fight back. Yes, that is what we learned today. But as of right now, I guess I will leave it at that. It seems as though there are 36 other endings we could possibly find. So yeah, I'll be sure to check those out later, perhaps. We'll see what else this game has to offer in the next video. Until then, guys, be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this playthrough so far. If you have any other suggestions of other games I should play, please leave that in the comments as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed what you've seen so far. Otherwise, until next time, I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace.